Hey, sis, hey. Welcome to the Must Be the Mental podcast with Shar. This is the space where Black women come to heal, be seen, and stop suffering in silence. I'm Shaaree McCalpine, licensed therapist, speaker, and your mental health bestie. So grab your favorite beverage and let's talk about it. Hey, y'all, hey. This is Shar, your mental health bestie. Y'all, listen, it's been a minute, so let's jump right into it. The minute pause was rest. I want to talk to y'all today about how do you take your rest. It's so many times that we go into situations as Black women and they talk about, girl, get some rest. You're doing too much. You don't want to burn out, all the things. However, what do that even mean? When you've been on the go, most of us have had jobs since we were what, 14? Those summer jobs, McDonald's, internships, all the things. And now we're at this big grown age and we really don't know how to take a pause, how to take a beat, how to take rest. So, in this episode, we are talking about rest. We're talking about how to reset and refocus and repurpose because so many times we are told that we need to be better. We need to make sure that we are on the grind. We need to make sure that we're doing our 9 to 5, but also showing up in spaces where we're doing entrepreneurship, motherhood, wifedom, all the things, right? And when do we get a chance to say, I'm chilling? So I want to talk about that with you today because I know for me, it's a real thing. Everybody is constantly on the go. Social media tells you that you have to grind and grind harder, but we need to really start to think of ourselves as not as machines, but as human beings, as people who need the rest, need the downtime to be able to discern and figure out what the big picture looks like. You know what I mean? So, y'all are on a journey with me, and I am so glad that you are here. I'm so sorry that I have not been the most consistent, but as we are talking about rest, it's not about consistency. It's about making sure that we are good from the head to the heart, the mouth, right? So, buckle up, buttercup. Go ahead and grab your favorite beverage, put on your snuggly outfit, and let's get into it. Welcome to the Must Be the Mental podcast with your mental health expert and bestie, Shar, right? Okay, so when you hear rest, does that automatically bring thoughts of laziness? Does that automatically bring in thoughts of, let me look at my planner? I got this, and this to do. So after I do this, then I'm able to take a quick minute. It's 24 hours in a day, and you have not scheduled 1 hour. And that might be a lot for you right at this moment. But what about 15 minutes? Let's set an alarm for 5 minutes so that you can take a moment, breathe, and really get into a space of alignment and self worth. And sometimes we don't do that, right? We don't release the weight of being so many things to so many people. All the hats that we wear, all of the roles that we play, the code switching at work, sis, it can be overwhelming, especially when you take on the position that you are intimately attached to these hats, these roles, these situations, and not really connected to who you are as a person. So rest looks foreign to you. Rest looks like, I don't have time for that right now because I have other things to do. Your body is going to tell you that you have to rest. It's going to shut you down. That shows up in brain fog, low tolerance. Like, have you ever just been at work or been somewhere and you're chilling, right? And you are determined. We do the affirmations in the morning, and it's like, okay, today I'm going in here. It's going to be a good day, all the things. And somebody could literally be like, hey, I need you to, and it's a snap because you heard of the word, the last straw broke the camel's back. It's because you haven't taken time to appropriate time and space for yourself because we haven't been taught to do that. A lot of us don't even know how to do that. So that's why I'm here to walk you down, hold your hand, and tell you that it's not a guilty pleasure to enjoy a cocktail or go out with friends or watch your latest episode of Reasonable Doubt or Doc or whatever it is that you want to sit down and connect to, veg out, vibe out, because we always have this ongoing list that's in our head that, oh, I got to do this. This has to be done. Oh, let me make sure everything is on point. Sometimes you have to take the time. Well, not sometimes, all of the time. Schedule in your day space for you. There's so many people that I talk to on a daily that forgot who they were. And that's how we go into depression because we forget how much fun we had in our 20s and when we were kids. If I ask you right now, what is your hobby? What excites you? What do you want to do? Is that a thing? Do you know what a hobby is? Have you decided what you want to do? Not necessarily. We need to really start to think about our boundaries. What does that look like? Because the media, social media, has hyped it up and used buzzwords so brilliantly that we then start to believe it. Boundaries aren't walls, they are really preservation. We talk about isolation, and sometimes isolation is preservation, right? So sometimes you need to get away so that you can still connect with self and figure out who I am. What do I want? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I working all of these hours um, per day and not feeling sustained, not feeling loved, not feeling qualified? All of these things are because we need to take time for ourselves, sit in silence, write down what did I used to love to do? What is the connection between love, experience, awareness, and what I'm doing now? It could be I like what I'm doing now, but I have not um, placed an emphasis or an actual priority on self care for me. When we talk about self care, I know that people are like, oh, that's self maintenance to be able to go get your hair done or to get a wax or to go get your nails done. Let them, girl, don't believe the hype. It's so many people that don't have the luxury of doing those things. But sometimes it's not about the actual activity of what you're doing, it's the actual environment of what you're doing. If you have children and all day long you have to be the mom, if you go to work 50 hours out of a week, self care is definitely going to get that massage because it's not the activity of somebody getting a massage, it's the activity of the environment of someone taking care of you for a change. Someone that is actually doing the labor to relax your body. Somebody who is actually relaxing you. You being in a space where you don't have to think about the invisible labor in that hour of what am I going to cook? What am I going to do? Oh, this project is due. It is the time and the space to only think about you. So don't let the world fool you. Don't let social media fool you. And really get into the fact that any activity that you do that is purposefully and aligning you so that you are only in that hour thinking about yourself is definitely self care. And sometimes we don't understand that because we are too plugged in all the time, trying to make sure that we know the latest. Let me see the news. Let me hear what this soundbite says. Oh, my latest influencer said that. Listen, y'all, get still. Get in a room. And I found this to be true in my practice where I have asked people to set a 5 minute timer and just sit, hold your heart, close your eyes, breathe, and only be in the quietness. That 5 minutes can seem like a lifetime when you have not experienced it. So once you set a routine of being in the stillness, then you can start to shift from survival mode to now thinking of you, and that moves you to thriving. That moves you to understanding who you are because it tells you in the stillness who you are and the sacredness of it. How often do you write on your calendar? Let's check your to do list. Is the to do list filled with things for other people? Have you set aside 5 minutes to say, I am going to sit with myself? I am going to veg out. I'm going to eat the snacks. I'm going to have a luxurious coffee in the quiet with no interruptions. I'm going to read some affirmations. What do you do for yourself throughout the day? Every day should be celebrated. I'll tell you, if you go get a cupcake, put a candle in that boy. If you get a Panera sandwich, thank you, thank you. I have done today great. I made it through. It is so much that we need to praise ourselves for because we have so many people pulling at us and telling us that it's not enough. You got to do more. Oh, you did that. I appreciate that. But what's next? We actually walk through life doing that as real. We make one, we do our goal, make that accomplishment, and immediately move on to the next. There isn't that space of joy, of happiness, of this. You did that. You are doing things that people aren't doing. And I'm proud of you. When you start to talk to yourself like that, that's when the joy begins. That's when elevation begins. And that's when you no longer have to prove to others who you are. I am so grateful for rest. We tend to make it a big deal. Oh, I can't go on a vacation this year. I can't take a few days off. I don't have any more PTO. Girl, you already know if anything happens to you, ma'am, they're gonna slide you over. You might not even get a flower bouquet or what's the other one? Edible bouquet with the little fruits. You might just get regular fruit. They might not even put no chocolate on it, but they definitely have a goal to accomplish. And sometimes they take out the humanness of, mm, sorry, hydrating. Y'all should have y'all cup too, because let's take a quick commercial break. I love this cup, right? It's a beautiful day to be a black woman by Cecilia's house. I just love it. And it keeps everything cold. And it's a black woman, it's black owned. It's definitely a flex. So make sure that if you're trying to go get a cup, before you do that, go get your Stanley. Make sure that you check that out. Maybe you'll find something in a color that you love. But definitely, we are really messing with our own, making sure that we elevate our brands so that our brands become luxury. Okay, in the segue, we're going to go back to rest. You remember growing up, our parents instilled in us that, and it's still even a thing today, that we have to be better. We have to do more. We have to work twice as hard in order to get the same privileges that other people get that don't really qualify like we do. We've learned that that does not matter. We learned that we are magical, that we have so much to offer, that you don't need anybody to hold your hand and walk you through this. It's hard enough being a Black woman in this day and time. It's time for you to give yourself some love. Acknowledge that you are the ish, and then start to not having to prove it, overwork, overproduce, but do what you do and do it in joy so that your next level shows you that you are fulfilled. I feel like that's a thing that is equivalent to rest. It's the fulfillment. And sometimes when you rush through life and rush through what you've accomplished because it's always the next thing. You then miss the opportunity to sit in what you have accomplished in order for you to see what was good about this, what wasn't quite right, what do I need to tweak. But if you're always running on a hamster wheel, doing all the things, trying to accomplish, trying to get to the bag, you are never going to experience the joy that comes from being still, from experiencing the Lord's peace. So when you think about rest, I kind of want you to think about it in terms of what is it that brings me joy? For me, I just realized that I love those cookie contests. What is it? The shows where they're doing the baking contest and the Halloween wars and the Christmas wars and doing the Christmas cake decorations. But I'm definitely going to take a Christmas cookie flooding class because that looks so enjoyable to me. I don't even eat cookies, but you can best believe that I'm going to take that class. In addition to that, I'm also going to take my family because for me, that's the zhush, that's the sweet spot. Making sure that my family experiences joy when I experience it. They may do it differently, but being in the same space at the same time then develops a sense of community. It develops memories and it gives us a space of resting. I feel like sometimes we think that rest is only about laying in the bed, and it can be. Like, listen, ain't nothing better than a nice nap with a heated, weighted blanket. If y'all haven't got one of those, listen, let's talk. Let me walk you down. Go get you a definite, it don't have to be heated, but a weighted blanket is something that is going to give you a hug. It's going to take care of anxiety. It's going to take care of your tense shoulders. You know how sometimes when you're working or not even doing anything, you can then feel yourself walking with your shoulders up or the tightness. That weighted blanket releases that and presses it down and gets you in a sense of stability and a sense of let me not be anxious right now. So if you get anything besides the cup, make sure that you get a weighted blanket. If you are a cold girly, get a heated blanket. But the way this menopause is set up, I put no heat on nothing. Don't let people tell you that rest is optional. You got PTO? Use it. You got a weekend to yourself? Use it. You want to just be at home with your feet up, rubbing your feet together, eating some chips, watching one of your favorite sitcoms or movies? Do it. Rest is how you desire, how you determine, and what you need in that moment. Do not feel like I'm being lazy. I can't sit around. I got other things to do. Sis, no day is promised to you. Rest is rejuvenation. It allows you to refocus, recenter, and gives you the option of knowing what's next. I'm so proud of y'all as we are moving forward. We are talking about redefining rest without guilt. without our past showing up to tell us that this is laziness, that you should feel guilty for wanting to take rest. You're not a machine, girl. You gotta sit yourself down and take a moment. When was the last time you took a rest? When was the last time you took a pause? When was the last time you enjoyed you? Yeah, I know it's like a cliche when we talk about going out to dinner by yourself, going to the movie by yourself, going to the park, reading a book. Shameless plug. Y'all go to my website and make sure that you read the first two chapters of my book. I close my eyes to breathe because it is fire and it's got so many tools and so many strategies. And it's a readable book. So it's not that stuffy self care book. It is, I won't say self care, I meant to say self help, but it definitely gives you tools, but it's also connecting you to, but y'all go look and see. Y'all tell me what y'all think. So that's Shaaree McCalpine.com / I close my eyes to breathe book. But anyway, let's get back into rest because I don't want you to lose momentum or forget that we are talking about self awareness, self care, and rest for your soul. Sometimes we get so tired and we think that we are just sleepy. Maybe we can get in 5 hours, but rest is definitely sometimes equated to fatigue, and that can be overload of your brain, overproduction, over trying to help other people out. Your brain is constantly and consistently working. That's invisible labor where you don't even think about it. You just do it. You know that things have to get done, and you are the person who's doing all of it, real labor and invisible labor. And sometimes invisible labor can be doing the laundry, doing the meal plans, prepping for lunch, going to the gym, setting up a schedule, doing all those things. Girl, the most overworked and fatigued that I felt was the question of what's for dinner. And the hubs would be like, I don't care, whatever you cook, not realizing that that was another form of something else that I had to do, decide what you should be eating. So when you think about it, take time to put all of the things that you do on a whiteboard or in a journal because sometimes we get so used to routine, we start to overlook how much effort and how long we are preparing our day to do things on a daily. You'd be like, dang, the hell? No wonder I'm tired. I do all of that. Yes, write it down so that you can see all the things that you do that you just do out of having to do it and it's become normal. So you don't even think about it anymore. I want you to write every single thing down that you have to do and start to take some stuff off of your plate. You've seen those commercials with the Dixie plates where you put all this food on there and then it just crumbles or the food falls off because it becomes too heavy. Start to think about it like that. All the things you are doing are becoming too heavy, and your brain is putting it in compartments and shutting it down so that it can take some time to understand what's going on. That's the rest. Trying to understand what is important, what is a priority, and what isn't just routine, things that we have had to do because it's on our list of daily things to do. Just because you can carry a lot, don't mean you have to carry a lot. And I feel like sometimes that is a thing. I want you to really start to eliminate. Swipe left, swipe right. Eliminate some of the things that you have on your plate that doesn't necessarily serve you and takes you out the game as far as being a more productive, a happier, and a person of quality. You know, we can do all the things, but Can we do all the things with excellence, with pride, and still be happy enough to do things that matter to us? Um, Going to the park every day, going to the gym, making a cake, going to a cookie decorating class. Really start to list things that you do, eliminate and delegate some of the things that are not necessarily your zhush, your tea, your je ne sais quoi. I meant to tell y'all I love French, right? So I should have taken Spanish, but French is definitely my vibe. It's so pretty. My favorite word is la bibliothèque. But again, that doesn't have anything to do with anything. But I will throw some things in just for my enjoyment, just to make me happy. So, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining me, for listening to me, for letting me bring value into your life. Um, what I want you to do is do rest on purpose. If you are a planner girly, get in your planner and make sure that you schedule yourself for the rest of the week 5 minutes. I'm not asking you to go overboard. Do 5 minutes just for this week. Make sure that it's on schedule and it's on point for the things that you want. Um, Say it with me. I'm tired and I'm going to rest. When my body tells me it's time to rest, that's my mind, my spirit, and my soul. I am going to put it down, lay it down, read a book, chill out, go get grounded into nature, put my toesies on some grass or sand or wherever you are. Or the best thing for rest in your mind is to have an anticipation for next. So have something that you are looking forward to, right? So those are the things that I'm asking you to do. And above all else, this be gentle with you. Love you. And say it with me, girl. It's a lot going on, but I got you, right? All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. You know, this is the Must Be the Mental podcast with your mental health bestie, Shar, and I'll walk it down gently with you. I love you for real. And tune in to the next episode because we are talking about narcissism, and a wolf in sheep's clothing. I love you for real. And it must be the mental if it's on your mind. Talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.